Thank you very much. Glad to be here. Thanks to Naventus and the organizer for inviting us as well. So my name is Erik Kinnman. I'm the CEO of Sprint Bioscience. Sprint Bioscience is a Nasdaq First North Stockholm listed company with a current market cap of about 190 million Swedish crowns. We have a strong cash position, stronger than we've ever actually had in the company after a recent both directed and rights issue, and we also closed a deal in August, bringing in an upfront of some $4 million. So I will focus today on our business model, our projects, and how that will take us to our long-term goal, namely being a profitable growth company. We are focused on delivering high-quality, breakthrough potential preclinical cancer programs. So this is a snapshot and a summary of our company. We have a multiple shots on goal approach to give us the opportunity to get compelling revenue streams from various sources. We have currently 3 out-licensed programs with a potential value of $747 million. 2 projects, Petra-01 and VPS-34 for cancer, and then a NASH program. I'll talk more about this in a moment. We have 3 internal programs in addition to that, all in cancer as well. And we can, through a very cost-effective, rapid and agile process and organization, deliver an additional at least 1 program to the portfolio per year. Our focus is to have as a starting point well-validated scientific targets that fulfill the criteria of potentially fulfilling an unmet medical need in the cancer area, and where there's also a commercial interest from pharmaceutical companies, potential partners. With our very agile and rapid process, what we can do is to deliver first-in-class opportunities, making it highly attractive for the potential partners to actually in-license our compounds as well. So we have multiple sources of revenue streams, and to date we've received some 158 million Swedish crowns, which has actually financed a considerable part of our development of the company and our portfolio. So this depicts our early drug development focus with limited investments, taking us to the preclinical stage with multiple series and molecules, and out-licensing them against an upfront payment with no additional cost from our side, where the partner will actually fully resource the project with everything necessary to take it to the market and then to commercialize that. And for us, we have a considerable upside, as described, with the upfront and then the milestones as we approach clinical development and then move forward towards further clinical development, reaching the various milestones. And once we do have a product approved, it will also be sales milestones and considerable royalties on sales. So a bit more detail on the drug development process then. So through our networks, we do identify high opportunity target proteins. We can build models of those proteins, and within our fragment, which is a proprietary fragment library, we identify fragments that fit into this target protein. And with good knowledge and experience in terms of predicting the characteristics of these molecules, we can then develop and test, and in an iterative process very rapidly come to the conclusion this is possible, We can deliver high-quality molecules, and we can do that in a time frame which is about a year and a half, to be compared to the industry average, which is some 5 years. So this depicts our out-license programs. On the top you have Petra-01, which addresses tumor growth. It's out-licensed to Hybricel. The total deal value is there $240 million US. We've received some $5 million US so far. VPS-34 has a total deal value of $277 million US dollars. Received $4 million just this August in an upfront payment. And then we have the NASH program, another $230 million US dollars in deal value. And for all these programs, we have considerable royalties when there is a product on the market. This is a picture of our internal projects. We have on the top the VADA project, which inhibits the VRK1 protein. This is very much involved in the survival of the cells, and I'll get back to that in a moment. We're currently targeting partners, and we're in discussion with potential partners with regard to this program. The DISA program, we just recently disclosed the protein ahead of the BioEurope autumn meeting, where we will start to market this program as well. And NEMA is a recently now fully resourced additional program where the target protein is not disclosed yet. The plan is here to initiate targeting partners next year. So we have a focused approach when it comes to cancer and novel possible therapies of cancer, addressing survival and growth of tumors. So it's both the immune system and the immune system fighting cancer. It's the need for rapidly growing cancers to get enough energy, utilizing alternative energy sources or metabolism in the tumor cells, and also the microenvironment, what's necessary for the tumors to grow. And we can fit our various programs into those, and some of them are actually in a sweet spot of all these different types of mechanisms. Petra-01 is the out-licensed program then, and this has been tested in a leukemia model, or acute myeloid leukemia, where there is considerable remaining unmet medical need. And as you can see in this in vivo model, the red line is the growth of the tumor in the model, the volume of the tumor. And with molecules present, we slow that growth very considerably as well. The leukemia market in itself is a high potential market, reaching some $17 billion US dollars in a couple of years. So this program has been out-licensed to Hybricel, and they are currently now looking into optimizing the molecules, preparing molecules for further development in clinical development. So VPS-34 addresses the issue that tumors are smart enough to shut down the immune system response to a tumor in your body, and the tumor is then called cold, and the reason is that immune cells do not invade and do not get active in the tumor. So what you want is a hot tumor, a tumor that gets inflamed, where the immune systems are present and active, and the protein that's one of the proteins that are involved in this is VPS-34, and inhibiting this protein will actually turn the tumors hot. So that will assist your immune system response to a tumor, and it will also interact with the novel checkpoint inhibitors, which are a very important new immune oncology type of therapy for tumors. So in a model of melanoma, what we can see now, the red line is again the growth of the tumor in this model. With a checkpoint inhibitor, the yellow line, you will have a reduction of the growth. With molecules from our program, even more, and if you combine it, an even better effect. And the opportunity here from a commercial perspective is obviously that the market is expected to grow to some $45 billion US in a couple of years' time, and still only some 13% of the market is addressed. So if this treatment can be used in combination, obviously this market will grow as we turn cold tumors that are not addressable with these type of treatments into hot tumors with this therapy. So we just recently out-licensed this program to Deciphera, which is also a US oncology company with clinical programs and also one product on the market. They're excited about that. We've done now the tech transfer, the knowledge transfer, and they are busy optimizing these programs, preparing them for clinical development as well. So the NASH program then, I think many of you are aware of this being a new epidemic disease, silent disease until the very late stages, very much related to our lifestyle changes, and also there's the connection to obesity and diabetes. Some 25% of the population currently have this with little or no symptoms. Gradually this will evolve into NASH, which is some 3 to 5%. And the process is that with this unhealthy lifestyle, there's an increased uptake of fat in the liver, which creates inflammation, and the next step is fibrosis, cirrhosis, which is the stage before you have liver failure and cirrhosis and liver cancer, and this is becoming the most common reason for liver transplantation now. So this is out licensed to the Korean company LG Chem, and they have observed so far a blocking of the inflammation and the fatty uptake in models of this, and are looking into additional preclinical experimentation ahead of taking this further into the development. So a couple of words about the VADA project. This is again a protein that the tumors use, in this case to actually assist in repairing DNA, which becomes faulty in the rapidly growing cancer cells, and also in the division of the cancer cells. So blocking this protein will actually have the same effect as chemotherapy and radiation therapy in actually leading to DNA damage and stopping also the cell division and assisting in the immune system of recognizing these faulty tumor cells. This is something possible to combine with immuno-oncology, with radiation and chemotherapy, and addressing the solid tumor market, which is obviously huge and will grow as we grow in the population, and also especially then in the aging population, since oncology and cancer is very much a disease of the elderly. We've looked at colon cancer and pancreatic cancer, both large markets in themselves and with a poor 5-year survival rate. The DISA program, we just recently revealed the target protein Tregs, which is involved in the immune system recognizing DNA in the cells, very much similar to when you have a virus infection. The immune system will fight this. The tumor cells will actually turn off that mechanism. Blocking the protein that's involved, Tregs, will actually activate the immune system again, assisting in fighting cancer. And this program, I should say, we will now start marketing now at BioEurope in just a couple of weeks' time. The NEMA project is the recently announced new program, a very exciting program in that the protein is involved in both tumor metabolism, again the mechanisms by which tumor cells will create the energy that they need. They can't do it completely in the normal fashion, but will actually use alternative metabolism in the cells, and also build the tumors so that they can grow in the way they want, and also in the immune suppression. So turning off this protein will actually normalize the situation and fight the cancer. This is again addressing the solid tumors and the type of therapy that could be combined with immunotherapy. And what's also interesting with this protein is that there's a clear correlation between levels of this protein and poor prognosis in some solid tumors, as an example, ovarian cancer and glioblastoma. And this program we plan to start targeting partners next year. So this is my summary slide. I believe we have a compelling multiple shots on goal business model with multiple opportunities for revenue streams from our different programs at different time points during development. We have by now clearly a track record of delivering high-quality preclinical cancer programs. We have 3 out-licensed programs, all in all, with a deal value of $747 million and significant royalties if we can get products on the market successfully. We have 3 internal programs in addition to that, 3 internal preclinical programs, one of which we are in discussions with potential partners, and a second one that we will start marketing in a couple of weeks. And in addition to this, we will continue to deliver high potential programs to the portfolio to further build on the multiple shots on goal business model. So with that, I'll thank you for your attention.
Well, thank you very much, Erik.
Thank you.
If you could sort of crystallize your main focus, if it's possible, for the rest of 2021 going into 2022, what would that be?
Well, we're going to continue to be very much attentive to the out-license program, bearing in mind that this will further validate the entire portfolio, obviously. So we're working together with our partners in the finding ways and assisting them as best we can in preparing those programs for the next step, namely to get them approved, to move them into clinical development, and then going through clinical development. And the other thing is obviously the programs that are on the way to be out-licensed, so to say. So further business development activities and marketing and the very in-depth and quite lengthy and to some extent complicated discussions that we're already having with the furthest advanced program, the VADA or VRK1 program. And the third thing I would bring up is obviously now that we're in a good cash position, is accelerating all those activities together with the upcoming programs, further filling the portfolio, so to say, with opportunities.
So exciting times ahead.
Yes, clearly.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.